Hello everyone, my name is Naya Shepherd and this is my Tableau 2 project. So before we get into the visualizations and analysis of the data, I would like to first go over what exactly the data shows and what it is. So the data basically shows the sales and profits of personal care products or items. Personal care items meaning lotion, body care items, body wash, or hair care items. So the first thing when I actually received the data in Excel, I did a little bit of filtering just to get a good look at what I'll be looking at, a little bit more information and background about what I'll be looking at. So I did filter the department and states just to get a good look at what the profits and sales were there within the states and the regions as well. So looking at the Tableau, um, again, I started by looking at everything, but specifically, I looked at the profit by region and department. So I made sure to look at the department and the region. So the region is over here. We have central, east, south, and west, and then we have the departments, body wash and soap, hair care, and lotions. And right off, like looking at it initially, you can see that the hair care department is performing um, significantly better than those in the lotion or body wash department. So that really popped out to me or stuck out to me. So I decided to really look at the hair care department, specifically in the central region, being that this is the highest profit within that department. And I found that this is meaningful because it reveals the region with the highest profit. So with that, I want to look into why exactly the hair care in the central region is performing better than other regions. So in my next worksheet, which is the central hair care profit, I do this by getting a closer look at the high profits within the central location. So I look at the department, the region, and the item name. So the thing that I added to this, the feature that I added was the item name, just to get a closer look at what exactly is causing the profits to rise. And here we see 2020 and the year 2020 and 2021. We see that the the hair care items in 2020 were high, but not as high as 2021. And um, I really believe this is meaningful because you can see more factors that contribute to the profits in the region. And we can also see that there was a growth in profit over the next year, and that profit grew within the region in 2021. So I would really like to take a closer look at what exactly happened in 2021 that caused the growth. So I will be looking at the Central Region Hair Care Profit Map. Um, Although in the previous worksheet we could see the breakdown of the central region altogether, the items and what the region has to offer within their hair care department. However, you could just see that it was the central region. You could not see what states contributed to those high profits. So with the central hair care map, we are able to see the states that are within this region that are that are with high profits. So we notice here that these are the profit numbers on the states, the labels. And here down at the bottom, we see that the sum profit, the lowest being $176,544, and the highest profit being 45 million. And we see here in red being the highest is Texas, followed behind Illinois and Wisconsin. So this stuck out to me really, Texas, Illinois, and Wisconsin, and it made me want to look deeper into what exactly um, do these specific states do that others in their region didn't do to get to have their sales so high, or their profits so high, excuse me, um, within their states. So for me, I looked at it as more of a big picture, and with the big picture, you have to look at the smaller factors that contribute to making the whole picture. So I decided to really hone in on the cities within those states, to look at the cities within those states so we can see what makes up the profit within that state. So on this next worksheet, I did just that by looking at not only the department in the state, but the cities within the states. And here you can already see in Texas that the most populated states or the most populated cities are the ones with the higher profits. And we see Dallas, um, Arlington, Fort Worth. These are all, San Antonio, these are all very highly populated cities within the state of Texas. And we also can look over to Illinois and see Chicago, which is another highly populated city within Illinois, is performing way better than the cities around them. So with this analysis, I decided to look at the dashboard and really look at what exactly contributed to the growth, to get a closer look, like all together, to see an interactive way of looking at not only the state, but the cities within the state, so that you can get that overall big picture. So here, because Illinois, let's why not? Let's do Illinois. Let's see. I want to look at their state alone and see exactly what's going on within their cities and their hair care products, to see why they were second best in their region. So I'm just gonna select all and unselect all. Sorry, my computer is working a little slower than usual. So I apologize. So we have none, and we're going to look at the state of Illinois. And here you can see that the state is highlighted, and you can see exactly their profit. And this is the year 2021. If I really wanted to look at both years, I could move this down to both years, and we could do a comparison there and really look at what took place in Illinois in from 2020 to 2021. So let's look at that. So let's do all. And we see here we have the profit in the cities of Illinois from 2020 to 2021. And as you can see up here, the profit changed because now it's both years instead of one. So that's just something that we can look at just to get a closer look if you were just wondering what exactly happened in Illinois or what exactly happened in maybe Wisconsin, just to get a better look at the full story behind why this profit is the way that it is or as high as it is. Going over to the story portion of my Tableau, I decided to look at here. We'll start off the way that we started. So again, I looked at the profit by region and department, and this led me to see the outliers, which was the central region and the hair care department. So I drilled down and looked at only the hair care department within the central region, as you can see in this story. And this shows you how the hair care department from 2020 to 2021 grew over the year. And I really wanted to understand what exactly happened in 2021 to cause this growth to happen. So, and what states or what states contributed to this growth significantly. So with the map, with the central hair care map, we're able to see how what states contributed to the growth of the central hair care profit. So here we see that we'll have to change it back to where it was. We're going to select all again. So we have our central here, and you're able to see the central region states and what exactly which states contributed to the profit as a whole in the central region. And because we see that the Texas region, the Texas state, again, the Illinois and Wisconsin contributed greatly to the central region's profit being higher than the other regions. Then we move on to the city hair care profit. Again, we talked about how the cities give a bit of a more detailed look into what exactly goes on within those states to make them make the profits the way that they are. So because I realized by looking at not only the map and the city hair care profit that Texas has been doing significantly well and making a lot more profits than those around them, the cities and states around them. So I decided in my story to really look at the central hair care profit map in the city hair care profit within the state of Texas. So overall, but specifically in 2021, because that is when profits grew significantly in that state. So we see here that their profit in 2021 was $45 million roughly. And we want to understand why. So scrolling down, I see that the Texas, again, has